Welcome to Maths Bridge. Let's learn Java programming. Folks, please do visit us at our YouTube channel Maths Bridge. I think you are already subscribed to the channel. If you have not, please do subscribe the channel and then support us. Thank you and then happy learning. Here is our today's agenda. Projects are individual applications we would want to create. Okay. A workspace is where all projects are stored. When you creating a project, you are creating in that workspace. Precisely, if you can say a Java workspace is a directory or environment where all the files, settings, configurations related to Java project are stored and managed. You can have your custom place, if not a default location, as a workspace directory. Once you created a workspace, right, you could see in the file system, go back into your system and then you can see if I could create like my workspace under this directory, then I would see under this directory the workspace got created, the workspace name called eclipse underscore workspace. So in IDE, like in Eclipse, a workspace is a central directory that can contain multiple Java projects, each with its own source code, resources, structure, different settings. All these settings are actually applicable for all the projects. This makes easier to manage and switch between the different projects within the same environment. That's an idea of actually workspace meaning. Just we discussed it. Workspace is a place where you create a Java projects, right? So Java project means like when you create an application of a Java application, then you need to create a project for it. That's an idea. If you have a multiple projects, means like you are probably developing multiple applications. Think about that analogy. So how do you create a project? You have an option here, create a Java project. Just click the project. So by default, it pops up like a workspace that you created, but you still can choose the different workspaces. I would wanted to actually create a workspace in C directory you under Java underscore Maths Bridge. That is where my workspace was. Within this workspace, now I'm creating a Java projects. What I can say, name for this Java project is like a Java learning. Let me put a Java learning. Okay. So do you see the difference? If I don't put anything, it is asking like enter the project name. If I put the name, it is actually giving a meaning, warning message, discouraged module name. By convention, module names usually start with a lowercase. Okay, it is nicely suggesting me to put a lowercase start, right? So this is Java learning. I can even create, this is also lower, should be okay. Java learning is my project name. Got it. So this project name is, you see appended with your workspace. In the file system, it is like a folders, folder under folder. That is how the organization would be, you know. Okay, now click on next to move on to the next part. Right. So now you see it is structured. Let's finish it up. In Java, packages are used to group together related classes, making it easier to manage a large software projects and avoid naming conflicts. Package name always starts with a lowercase to avoid a conflict with the names of classes and interfaces. Basically, that's what we are saying here. They are also provided an access control, allowing you to specify which classes or methods are accessible outside of the package. The key takeaways: make use of package mechanism. This is what you want to achieve: namespace management, access control, organization, the overall code into the modules, and reusability. Next thing what we have to do is that we would need to create a source files and organize them in the packages. What I am preferring here is, okay, I will create a source file called class file. That's a Java file. Okay, so it prompts me this window, right? What I would do is that I can choose a file name, for instance, like hello world. Okay, hello world. That's good. So one thing that I wanted to make a note of it is class names. If you can start with like a lowercase letter, it basically tells you like type name is discouraged by convention. Java type names usually start with uppercase letters. What this means, like class name should always start with uppercase letter. So I will put it. Second interesting thing is that you have to create a package name. By default it picks one name, but you can choose your own name. In general practice, what companies will do, com dot their company name and then package name is what they will give. Let's say I put like a com dot Maths bridge dot what is a package name that you can see. You can say like in a Java learning, but you can distinguish also, right? So let's say day 1 hyphen 2 is my package name. Okay, that's good. So if I can start putting like a capital letter here, again it gives a warning because package names always start with lowercase letters. That's a warning message also. Okay, so package names are lowercase, and then you know uh, class name, Java file name should be start with like a uppercase letter. That's a note. And as usual we require a main method in Java program. So I am clicking on this button so that it includes this piece of code in this file. Clear? Now I click on finish. That's great. Do you see now? I could see like a com dot maths bridge dot day 1 underscore 2 is my package name. See, in the file system what happens, this is a kind of a folder structure is what I can say. Okay, let me put one simple printf statement using system dot out dot println. Okay, and welcome to Maths bridge. That is my world. All right, so end with a semicolon. Got it? So what happens is like important takeaway in this case. By default you can save this, because when I modify it you will see the star here, so make sure you'll save it, otherwise it is prompting you to save. That's the one thing. Next thing, you have an options here to choose. You don't require to compile every time, compile or build or exchanging words, but whenever you build, it generates the final file that you're gonna run on machine. Okay, every modification that you do, if you can check this option under projects, does you see automatically backend it creates. Okay, keep updating your final executable file, for instance. Got it? So second thing, what I wanted to say, let's run it because you already compiled default, and then let's run it. Okay, great. You see hello world message. Since we created a workspace name, project name, package name, and file, and then you compile or run it. Now, interesting observation that everyone should have to experience is that how these files get created, in the file system. So let me walk through quickly. So like I said, right, in my C drive, I have created a folder called Java underscore Maths bridge. This is where I think, I have created my workspace. You could see it also right here. Good. Now if you can click on Eclipse workspace, do you see this is what my project name, Java learning as a project name. Okay, now I can click on Java learning project. Then I could see here is like there is a src directory, right? If you can click on src directory further down, I could see like you see the package names is what appearing. I have created like a com maths bridge and then day one, right? So you see com dot maths bridge dot day one. Normally what it means is that day one underscore two is a package name which is created yet mathsbridge.com. Mathsbridge.com is called a domain name. That is how we as a company we prefer, right? You could see the same structure in your wherever you're working, for instance. So like if you can look in explore further more day one, then you see this is a Java file, source file. Okay, got it. So this is a kind of like a structure that you're gonna see in actual file system. The one more thing that I would like to show you in here. So on same level of src directory, there is a bin directory, right? Bin directory is basically you could see like in a Java files. You see the same structure it creates com, okay, maths bridge day one, where you can see the file class file dot class. So for every Java file there is a corresponding class file is created. If you precisely say within the Java we have a class, Java class, corresponding to Java class we have a class file gets created, okay, part of the build. This is what one thing that I wanted to let you people know. Clear? Quick recap. We created a workspace under which we create a project name called Java Learning. Okay, and then now under src we created like a package name called com.mathsbridge.day1 underscore 2, and this is a source file. This is the hello world is a method that you created, right? This is a Java source file, this is a class file. I think you see this one. So one thing that I would like to say, like if you can take out this one, automatically it prompts up like an error message, because backend it is compiling the code and hence it throws me an error indicating. So whenever you see this one, this is kind of a programmatic errors, you have to fix them. Okay, now it is gone, because that is how it takes care of prompting instantly to the developer to fix the things if there is any. Okay, that is one thing that just I wanted to say. Once you run the program, all you have to see is like an output in this console screen. This is all I wanted to let you know. See, one more thing that you see, like whenever you see this file, on top of the file there is a name called package. Means this file hello world.java file is from this package name. That's what it is. If any other package that you create which is going to be using this file, let's say, then you have to use import as a keyword, which we'll see later. But for now, this is what it is. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, click on bell icon and leave the comments. Happy learning. Thank you. Stay tuned to upcoming sessions.